This is Dwayne at RealFixesRealFast.com. Today we're working on an air conditioning issue. This happens to be a 98 Dodge Caravan, any of the Chrysler vans in that year range. As these vans get a little bit older, your air conditioning can kind of develop a smell. It's because in the evaporator and the dashboard you have dust and dirt and moisture, and it's always in there just year after year. After a while it can build up a little bit of a mold or mildew type thing. You start your air conditioning, turn the blower on, and it smells bad. It kind of does that every time you turn it on. Well, if that's your problem, this might be able to help you. In addition to that, you might be noticing that your air conditioning isn't quite as cold as it used to be, but maybe you've taken it somewhere and they say, oh, the charge is fine, it's fully charged, but it's still not cooling well. Well, the problem can be that you've got dirt and debris built up on the evaporator, and we're going to show you how to clean that off pretty easily. Now, this may not necessarily fix everybody's, but it might be your problem. Now, in these vans, the evaporator is in the dashboard. Now, sometimes we have to actually replace the evaporator, and you have to take the whole dashboard out to get to it. But if you just need to clean it, try this method. To get to the evaporator, you just have to open the glove box, and there's little clips on here that you take out, which allow it to fall down. Now, this is your heater box, and your evaporator is back inside there. Now, not all vans are going to be this way, but if you'll notice this one, it has this little door right here. That's where we're going to work through. So there's a little plug right there you can take off, pop that out, and then we're just going to push that up out of the way. Then you can just pop in here and take this door out. So when you look in here, you can see the evaporator core. Now, keep in mind here, this had a bad smell and I've already cleaned it, so it's not looking bad right now. But if you look in there, when yours is dirty, you'll see some dirt debris, little fibers of material. It just kind of looks like there's a lot of stuff on it. That's what needs to be cleaned off. Now, in order to do that, this is your temperature sensor. We need to pull it out. Now, this is a temperature probe, and you can see that it actually sticks into the evaporator. You've got to pull that out because when you look in there, you're going to see that's got a lot of buildup right around that. It doesn't now because I've already cleaned it. So that just actually sticks through. Here's a picture of it showing you what it looks like because I can't get the camera in here. But you just need to stick your hand in here and pull it straight out. And that's what it looks like. Now, again, I've cleaned this. That came out pretty easy. If yours has been in there for 8 or 10 years, it may be stuck and you may have to just keep working it, trying to get it out of there. But you should be able to get it out of there. The best thing I've seen to use for this is just household scrubbing bubbles. It's a foam, spray it in there, it bubbles up, cleans it, disinfects it, antibacterial. So to do this, you have to be able to have at least an opening like that. And you just spray it inside. Now, I'm going to try and cover it really good. And then another thing to do is just take like a bottle brush. That way you can stick your bottle brush in there and use it to scrape it. The bottle brush with the wire, you can shape it so that you can go up and down and do all over in there. Now, keep in mind, mine is fairly clean because I've already cleaned it. Normally when you spray this in there and it's real dirty, it's going to get all crummy in there because of the dirt. But just do it several times. Spray it in there, spray it on the top, spray it down on the bottom. Get the evaporator coated. Use your brush and just work it back and forth. Now, when I clean this, I probably did that about 5 different times. Now, you might be saying, well, how are we going to get that out of there? These air conditioners have a drip pan down here. So the moisture that normally gathers in here goes into that pan, and you've probably seen it drip out on the pavement underneath your vehicle. So what we're going to do next is, after we get this all cleaned, is take a garden hose and put in here just very lightly and rinse it all down. Now, with your garden hose, you don't need to have a whole lot of water in it. I've turned it on. Don't turn it on full blast, but just have enough water that you can reach up here and rinse this all off. Just stick it in there and let it rinse off. That water is going to go out the drain pan and drain out underneath. If you need to, you can put your finger on there and spray it just a little bit. Now again, you might have to do that 3, 4, 5 times until it gets nice and clean. Rinse it out, scrub it, rinse it out. Now the water should be coming out underneath the vehicle. If you're concerned about using the garden hose and where that water is going to go, remember all air conditioner systems will drip water. That's why they have the condensation pan underneath there to catch it, and then it drips out underneath the vehicle. Well, as long as you don't overflow that by giving it too much water that they can't handle, then you should be okay. Now the one caution there is sometimes those drain plugs can get plugged up and even the condensation will overflow and get your carpet wet. If that's the situation, you want to unplug that hole first. Usually the best way to do that is from the other side where you find the hole is poke something back into it like a little wire or even blow air up into it to try and get it unplugged. Then this should be just fine. And now it's time to put our temperature probe back in. Basically this just needs to push into the fins in the evaporator. It doesn't matter exactly which one it goes into. It's probably best to try and put it back in the same one so you don't have too many of them spread open. So as I look in there, I can see the one that's separated from where it was in before, and I'm just going to try and insert it back into the same one. I get it started, and then you just push it forward. Once it's all the way in, then you're ready just to put this back on. This just tucks into the top, snaps back in place. You need to take your little connector that was tucked up out of the way and plug it back in. Put our glove box back together, put the clips on the side, and we're all set. So by cleaning the evaporator, we're getting rid of the dirt and the mold and the mildew buildup, and it should actually smell better and actually flow more air through it and improve your air conditioning flow. Now the key to success here is being able to get access to the evaporator where you can spray that in, use a bottle brush and clean it. Some of the evaporator systems don't have that panel like this one does. Some of them you can actually take off what they call the blower resistor and spray it in that way. Now there are some systems that there is no opening. It's just totally sealed. And you're just basically out of luck at that point. But if you have any kind of an opening where you can get into the evaporator, this should work for you.